Hi, this is Pete Sapadin, and I'm a marching percussion specialist based in Southern California. And today I'm going to show you a new hybrid rudiment. Don't know how new it is, but it's something I came up with and figured it needed a name because I kind of like playing them. So I can't believe in all these naming conventions that we haven't come up with something to call ninjas. So, because you know, ninjas. So I'm going to try, here's the rudiment. They're groups of 5. And there's 2 little flams hiding in the low notes. Ninjas. Okay, they'll get you. Okay, they do flow once you get them moving, but you gotta keep it legato. You can't be drumming like you're playing on a pillow. I suggest playing them really slow and really balanced at first. Make sure it's actually right, left, and left, right, not something that looks like a double stop. So an important thing when you're trying to play these hand-of-hand flams is there's really 2 kinds of flams that we play in modern marching percussion. There's the isolated flam, and that's where you'll get the instructors yelling at you all the time to keep the grace notes. Hey, your grace note's supposed to start at the starting position, and it's supposed to drop straight down, and you're not supposed to lift up at all. This is true. This is how I like to play them also. Okay. However, once we get into some of the more advanced flam rudiments, the grace note is really the grace note because of the timing of the notes more than so much because of the height. Because if you're trying to not lift the stick at all and you're in the middle of a bounce, it's just not really worth that effort. Okay? So on ninjas, you know, we have this little quick 2 notes of a hand-to-hand flam. So talking about how to play those, so we already talked about these, where you keep the grace notes down. If we're going to flow a bunch of hand-to-hand flams together, it gets really legato. You're going to use more finger. And you can see those grace notes are pretty high, but the alternative would be playing like this. If that's your bag, cool, but it kind of gives you a natural kind of limiting thing of just how fast you can play those things. And this has a nice texture. I went and saw Maceo Parker at the Blue Note one time, and his drummer he looked like he was going to fall asleep during the set. He was so relaxed, and it really impacted my life. And he had this awesome 16th note groove that was kind of almost a little bit in between a shuffle and in between totally straight time. But I was watching his hand and I was looking at his technique, and it kind of looked like something like this. If you can train yourself to keep it a little bit more down here in the wrist, these things become much more playable. And also very cool on a hi-hat kind of groove. Ninjas, check them out.